Hey, hello, what's going guys? Welcome to Spider Get Tunes, and this is me, Steve, and this is the episode 3 of Spider-Man 2. So in this episode we mainly get to see the backstory of Miles Morales of this universe, where the Miles Morales Spider-Man came in to meet the Peter Parker and to know about his life in this world. So anyway, we get to see many years ago in the Rikers Island in the main facility jail. There we get to see a new prisoner overreached in this island, and his name is Wilson Fisk. You know guys about him, he's actually the Kingpin. So this story is long before he became the Kingpin. So he was living a good life in this jail, but anyway, after 1 or 2 days he got to meet a fight, because one of that jail, actually one of the prisoner there named Small Hands, he just tried to bullet him and he cut off his nose with one bite. That was really brutal and that was really creepy. So after that, police, all the guards kept him in the security and tased the Small Hands guy, and yeah, they kept him Wilson Fisk in the security, in the lots of security. So after 1 month, when he came out of that high security, he went to the cell of Miles Morales. So this is the Miles Morales who we are talking about from the first 1 and 2 episode. So in this episode 3 we get to see what Miles Morales is doing in this world and what his backstory. So this backstory is really interesting because he came into this prison to cover up his cousin's wrongdoing, and his cousin actually worked for a big Don crime ring family, and Wilson Fisk also worked for those Don, and he works for that crime ring family also. So that's why he came in over here to help Miles Morales to get him out from this jail. And he says that the Don is really thankful for Miles Morales because Miles Morales saved his guy of going into the jail. So at that time, Miles Morales says to Wilson Fisk that Small Hands gave him money to kill Wilson Fisk, but Wilson Fisk says that I don't bother about those kind of things. So this is prison, don't care about those things, I will take care about that thing. So anyway, we get to see after some time when Wilson Fisk was having a bath and he was completely nude. But anyway, hope YouTube will not take my video down because of this nudity. Actually, nothing is visible over there. So anyway, that time Small Hands comes into the shower or in the bathroom and he tries to kill Wilson Fisk, and that is a really brutal shot when he tries to tear him apart with the knife. But Wilson Fisk is also a really brutal bad guy. So he dodged the fight and he started to hit Small Hands, but Small Hands was really cunning, so he uses all his power to beat down Wilson Fisk. And when Wilson Fisk fell into the ground, he went for his last blow with his knife to kill Wilson Fisk for the final time, and suddenly he got a stab in his back, and that is Miles Morales. And when Miles Morales was on guard, Wilson Fisk tries to kill Small Hands, but Small Hands hit Miles Morales with his knife in his face. But after that, Wilson Fisk delayed his action so much, so he killed Small Hands. And after that, they came out of that prison also, and they came out of that place. And Wilson Fisk says to Miles Morales that he is in his debt. You will never forget this, because he became right now his true friend, and his true friendship lies in his heart. He will never forget this one. So from this one we get to see a lot of good dialogues and a lot of good storytelling, because I love Brian Michael Bendis writing. He is the greatest genius in Marvel Comics. Also Dan Slott is also a genius, so I love both of them work in comic books. So we get to see 1 year later when Miles Morales is visiting Barbara for their first date, and Miles Morales fall for her. But when Barbara saw his face scar, she just hitch a little bit, but at that time, to balance that situation, Wilson Fisk comes in and he tells a lot of good things about Miles Morales, and he says that the scar of Miles Morales symbolized the friendship of Wilson Fisk and Miles Morales, because he says the thing is Miles Morales got the scar to save Wilson Fisk, and also he says that Wilson Fisk and Miles Morales is a partner and co-owner of this restaurant. So Miles Morales is right now a good guy for Barbara, and Barbara really likes him because they have a good chemistry and they talk about their personal things and personal relationship and passion and those kind of things. So after Barbara leaves that place after some time, when Miles Morales and Wilson Fisk is having some issues with Don Rigoletto, they try to convince Don Rigoletto, but Don is the Don. He never get convinced by his henchmen. So the henchmen got bigger and better right now, and they are brutal. So they finish off Don Rigoletto, and this is the time to be the Don of Wilson Fisk. And after Wilson Fisk become the Don, people starts to call him the Kingpin, because lots of guys used to call him the Kingpin on his back, but right now he likes this name, and he is right now is a Kingpin, and he is suitable for this name. So when he became the Kingpin, one night actually, he and Miles Morales having their dinner, and they were having a friendly chat. At that time, Miles Morales really having some issues on that face. So Wilson Fisk asked him that, do you want to get out of this whole mess and you want to have a new life? Miles Morales says yes, actually he wants to take all his winning and Barbara's hand, and he wants to disappear from this life and from this world. So Wilson Fisk got his notations and he get to understand what Miles Morales wants to tell him. So Wilson Fisk says, okay, I got it, you don't want to live the crime family only, you want to live this world, but not going to be dead. You want to leave all of this situation. So there is a problem that you have to go through one multiverse and you want to go to another multiverse or universe. So actually Wilson Fisk knows someone who can do it. So that's it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one, and you guys can comment on the video in the comment section below that what kind of videos you want and which episode you want. So that's it for today. Those of you, subscribe, share and like.